Hello and welcome to today's bonus how-to video. We are doing this one because we have been working on March's genealogy bootcamp and we wanted to make sure that you knew how to explore FamilySearch's person page. So what that is the page that's dedicated to each individual of your ancestors. So without further ado, let's pull up the screen so you can see it. And this is what it looks like when you log into your FamilySearch account. Once you're in there, you can either come up here to Family Tree and go tree and then find a person that way. You can find them by looking directly for their person ID number or whatever. But for me, for our purposes today, I'm just going to use our recent people and click on my ancestor, James William Plummer Atkinson. So we're going to hop in here, and a few things that I want to show you are basically just this is where all the information that anyone's ever added to this cool collaborative tree called FamilySearch Family Tree, all of that information gets compiled in one spot on this person. And what's important to remember is that this number right here, this is their person ID. It's referred to as a PID, P-I-D. You'll see that in a lot of places. That is their individual number that makes them unique within this system. And sometimes you'll have duplicate copies of people, and that's something we'll talk about later. But basically, if there's a unique ID number, then you know that this is an individual person, and you can work off of that person. And this is where all their information is going to be collected and put together. So what can you discover about a person? You've just found this ancestor on FamilySearch's family tree. Now you can come in here. This is super cool because if someone has put together a life sketch, you can read their entire life sketch right here. If they haven't, great. That's where you can put your story that you're putting together at the end of this. Next, you can come down here to see their vital information. So it's going to be a compilation of their name, their gender, their birth, christening, and death dates, burial. What's cool is you can see here that it lists 39 sources. So there are 39 sources attached to James that give validation of this being his name. And so if you have an ancestor who maybe went by a few different names, this is where you would be able to indicate that there were some alternative names and things like that. That's where you come under other information, and you're going to be able to find even more information about this. This is their vitals, like, the main things. But when you come in here, you're going to be able to find customized information like naturalization and residencies. Those are additional things that aren't necessarily vital, but really put a lot more meat on the bones of your story that you're putting together. When you scroll down here, you're going to find family members and be able to see all of their spouses, their kids, their parents, their siblings, and that's all going to come in this area. So this page is really just dedicated to helping you get to know what other people have found on that ancestor, how they see them, and what family members they've connected and things like that. But if you want to dig a little bit more, you can come over to the sources tab. So two ways to look at it. You could click on this to see which sources were attached to his name, but we want to go see all the sources. So this ancestor has a ton of posterity. So he has a ton of sources attached, as you can see, which is great because now I can come in here and I can see all of the different sources that different people have attached over the years. So you can see the date here. You can see that it's from FamilySearch. This one would be from the internet out there. And then this tells you what year the source is about. And then the title tells you what type of record it is. And then this created by, that's who in FamilySearch attach this record to this person. So you can actually click on that and send them a message. You can request to see how you're related to them, because that's kind of fun to see who else is working on a family member. Or if you have questions about a record that was attached, this is a great way to go and reach out to the person who attached it and see if they know a little bit more or if they can help you understand certain things about it. And then as you come down here, you can see right now it's in chronological order. So it starts with the oldest year, the furthest away, and gets closer to more recent years. And that helps you just kind of keep it all straight, what order these records and sources were took place. But something that's even more cool is we have this timeline view, and I definitely recommend checking this one out. Come in here, and what it's going to do is it's going to populate all of those sources that have been attached to this ancestor into a timeline. And you can see here, as you scroll down, it tells you he was born now, he was baptized here, now the birth of his sibling and the birth of another sibling. And you can watch and see in this timeline view, it helps you to understand a little bit more about what's happening in his life. And it definitely helps you put it in context. Because if all of a sudden you start seeing these things jump all over the map, you know there might be some mistakes, or you know there might be some evidences that are missing. And so that helps a lot. So that's what's cool about the map as well, is that it's mapping out each of these different things on the map. So as you click down it, it will pop you around. So you can see he immigrated to the United States and that went there. And then the death of a sibling, it makes sense to be in a different location, but the rest is all kind of staying in this Utah area, which means we've got those correct records and they're staying. But if you notice that he's hopping back and forth from England to the US, then you're like, oh, red flag, I need to fix something. So that's just one of those cool things. The other tab that we definitely want to make sure you know about today is the Memories tab, because you are going to discover so much about your ancestor on this Memories tab if you have relatives who've done any research. If not, you get to be the person who adds these memories and brings it to life for your relatives, and that is an incredible gift you can give to them. So it's exciting either way. If you come in here and there's nothing here, go ahead and upload a photo or any documents that you found that are really cool and original handwriting or things like that you've been able to find in your journey and as you continue throughout this month. But you can see here, if someone has attached it, you can see all these pictures that other people have added. You can scroll down and see documents and letters that have been written, and you can go down and see stories that other people have added as well. And you can learn so much about your ancestor by visiting this Memories tab and exploring it a little bit more. This is a very, very basic overview of what you can do with the FamilySearch family tree and the person page. And I totally recommend that you continue to explore it and dig in and ask questions on this video. We would love to help answer questions for you. In fact, there's a couple of, let me see if there's any questions. No questions, so that's good. But go ahead and leave comments in the video and see, and we'd be happy to answer more for you. This was just a basic overview so that you can explore your family, your ancestor, get to know them a little better and see what's there, see what holes exist, and then you can move forward on your quest to solve your family story mystery, your fact or fable. So thanks for joining us. Let us know if you have questions, and we will talk to you all soon.